should be a fun one. The Cinderella story still looking to take some more steps towards the grand final. Black, we watched these guys yesterday. It was a fun time. Now they're coming up against IG, who really impressed during the DPC League, and I'm excited to see this one kind of play out. I know a lot of people know me as a biased caster for Chinese teams, but I don't know. I love both these teams right now. Can't pick a side. I really can't.
Most people would have said coming into the series, IG is a heavy favorite, but can you really say that after what Thunder Predator showed yesterday and what IG showed against EG in the upper bracket? It was really one-sided for both teams, so it's going to be a lot more even than people would expect.
30 seconds. Now for some reals.
I think
craziness come out here from Thunder Predator again, hopefully.
Yeah, that's something I definitely want to see, is just the chaos in the games that we've been watching. I mean, there's been a lot of chaos overall. Just that last series before was absolute chaos. There's a point in these games, and I almost want to say it used to be chaos in Dota, used to come later,
Okay,
like maybe like tier 5 items, or even back before maybe about the 40-minute mark. It seems like chaos kind of starts at the 30-minute mark. Sometimes even before that, where everything just goes out of control.
Yeah, sometimes it just starts in the early game. Like past minute 10, some teams just dive tier 2 towers, you know, they're knocking on your tier 3s without the possibility of destroying them, obviously, just to dive some people, kill some heroes. And yeah, I mean, every team has like their own little crazy moments in this tournament so far. But as you go deeper into the tournament, usually things start to settle down a bit more. As you know my opinion of DP, you're broken.
Death Prophet seems very strong. We've seen how survivable Death Prophet can be in fights. A couple Spirit Siphons out there, and all of a sudden it seems like that hero is unkillable. And, well, up against Emo here over mid, who plays a very good Ember Spirit. It was nice to see him previously on that Morph. I know him and Flyfly are pretty interchangeable on that hero. He's usually the one who comes down to it when they're playing on this Ember. So we'll see how this matchup goes. Is this a matchup that favors one side heavily, or are we going to see it be pretty 50-50?
Yeah, I was about to say not to spit in your soup, but this Ember Spirit should not be having a good game. That's one of the strongest laners, especially against these melee heroes like Ember Spirit. There's just no point in the lane where you can never really fight a DP. Like, even when you're level 6, you don't have the damage to take down a DP unless there's rotations coming in. And just overall, I'm predicting a pretty tough game here.
So we'll see how Emo kind of works with what he's got at the moment. The mids from China have certainly been impressive overall, I'd say, throughout not only just this event and the league, but I look at the mids that play in that region, the matchups they have to go through all the time, because we saw during the DPC league, like matchups that mids shouldn't have won, they end up somehow pulling through and really dominating, which was a bit of a surprise when you've got guys like Ori and Somnus as well as XM, and nothing to say that you have to play against. Like, you don't have a favorable matchup. I think it'd be super one-sided, but these guys are pretty proficient with their heroes and make it work out.
Definitely. I mean, he's going to be doing fine for himself. As you said, Emo is a very, very strong player. So I don't expect him to die or anything. He's just going to come out of the lane with a little disadvantage, hit level 6 eventually, and then just start roaming around the side lane. Who are quite brittle, you know? Like, when this Ember rotates on the Dark Willow or Mars, they can die really easily. Potential for plays there.
See how Flyfly does on that Gyro. Gyro does have IO with him, so again,
not a fan.
Full strength Gyro IO. You're not a fan, really?
No, I just hate support IO. After seeing what a core IO can do, why would you ever put him on a support? You know, like, I don't know. There's just no reason. It's like you're making the game hard for yourself. You know what I mean? It's like you're putting yourself in shackles and you're tying your feet together during a marathon. Why would you do that?
Why would you, or what would you rather see in that spot other than an IO?
I mean, I would just love to see IO core and Gyro couple support. Even that could work out pretty easily. We've seen it in a couple of games already. And just IO core is so absolutely strong. With the line they have. No, maybe IG first. I mean, obviously they prefer the carry Jaro coming.
On the jump, Blade Fury, a lot of damage. Through, get low, one more shot. MJZ will get the kill on Takaka. First blood there, Blue Thunder Brenner.
Unreal, uncharacteristic mistake here from Kaka. He didn't hex him. He just didn't hex him. He had it off cooldown. He wanted to be absolutely perfect, but he get it out of time. Pace with his light for it. The demon goes back to hell, B-Cup.
And
but now back again.
I knew you were going with that one. Got you. Oh, we got that wavelength. From a distance.
Of course.
No matter what. He goes over mid, refills the bottle. Trying to help Emo out. He's getting chased here by Leo Style. He's putting on the pressure. You said that this could be a matchup that Death Prophet really benefits in. And you're seeing that there where if Ember's only got 15 CS, or down by about 10, and JT gets really low. Now the Blade Fury, this might give an opportunity for Lion, but it's just the lack of health there for JT. You can't really go in.
Yeah, one more crit there, JT would have died. Laying on knife's edge here.
Spike action.
No, very long cooldown on low levels. Or the shield explosion.
Ooh,
Don't look too scared of Radiant's top tower.
robotic shield doing quite a bit.
He also refilled the bottle of the Pango on the Lion. Why? No,
Dive's top tower
I know that you like it. The offlane bottle, your favorite item.
Something I mentioned every time it got picked up during the league.
Not this time though.
These Chinese offlane players were picking it up every game.
Why didn't you mention this time? You're losing your ways, B-Cup.
I
a little bit
I thought
disappointed.
it had been enough, and people had been sick of me saying it. It was something that I repeated all the time. But he does have that offlane bottle, and I'm very excited to see it.
This arm was so timely. Oh my god, he just keeps getting disarmed. He's so lucky here on JT. A lot
Every
of
percent is
unnecessary damage.
100%.
From your grasp.
Kaka trying to, easy 50-50 rune. Game and smiles upon Leo Style.
He's
I
already
wonder
having a
what
great
he
time.
did in the morning. Think he burned his wallet? Said Gaben.
Silence action. Trying to disarm. He's not so lucky this time.
Be careful, yeah. Jericho taking a lot of damage himself. Really careful. One more swashbuckle.
Ooh, Earth Spike. Throws it onto
Yeah,
the
he
jug.
forced.
He's maybe looking at MJZ.
Healing ward
Is that-
efficiency here.
Hex coming through, and that's just to back up. They do have the healing ward. They're putting pressure onto this bottom lane. So how do you...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
How is burning the wallet? Is that the way to get the percentages to be higher?
I can just tell you what I did. I took out $10 one day. I burned it. I got 1 out of 2 runes. The next day, I was like, heck it. Burn my entire wallet, so I burned my entire wallet and I got every rune. But what Gaben didn't know is that I took all the money out beforehand. He didn't know. Made it.
Okay. See, now, for me, I thought it was buying a bunch of trail.
Easy kill.
Ooh, swashbuckle with the kill there. Kaka getting a kill on MJZ.
Yeah, MJC obviously didn't like my wallet joke too much. Wants to interrupt it ASAP.
He's trying to stop the explanation on how you can get every rune. It's a secret that not many people know, but we're telling it to the world here. He's trying to stop that from happening. And, you know, he does die, and we see this a lot. We see position 5s or really supports who just play a little bit aggressive, knowing that they might die, maybe thinking to themselves, yeah, if I die, it's early on, it's not the worst thing in the world, especially if I die to a support. I can just TP over mid, refill my mid's bottle, and make his lane a little bit easier. And that's exactly what he did. He goes over mid.
Many times. And it's really good for heroes like DP. Oh, E must be careful here. Remnant out, has the rune available as well. Smithhouse is going to take a lot of damage here. Gonna get silenced up. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, Frank!
all down. Frank falling. He threw down the arena. Fly is able to get that kill.
Radiant's
Taka
getting
and
friendly with
Ali
Dire's
up towards
bottom tower.
top, and that is a big kill for them. Frank is a big part of what Predator made in success, and they're going to go in. They've got themselves a slight fist as well as the Searing Chains come through, as well as the Rolling Thunder coming out for JT.
5 minutes.
And Curse Crown ends up popping. Leo Style is the one who's being focused. Getting a lot of healing from that exorcism running out. He's doing so much damage here. He hasn't killed anybody just yet from the side of IG, but he's going to continue to chase. Look for Emo, who will rend it onto the high ground. They've got the Bramble Maze as well as the Spear. That locks up Fly. They get the kill out of the Gyrocopter. They will find one, finally. And you talked about in the beginning of the game how broken Death Prophet feels. And, well,
Dire's bottom tower
right
is under
there
attack.
goes from a sliver to full and helps to get a kill.
Yeah, no problem, man. You think you can kill me with 5 heroes? Nope. Try bringing 6 next time.
Radiant's courier is dead.
Call an
Absolutely ridiculous how
ambulance.
much he healed. And they got the
But
bot
not
power. In the meantime, free farm here on Juggernaut again. Popping the net worth. Already 1k lead for the Radiant side here. And you can just see the Ember Spirit only sitting at 2.8k net worth. Finding, or he's struggling to find a foothold in this game. Zed is not the greatest comeback hero. Didn't find any kills on the map yet. It'll be tough.
And he's really going to find himself
Dire's
slowed
top
down.
tower has
It's
some
not like the
really
Gyro's going to
shaped
all of a sudden come out and do a lot with the timing so far. Like, he really would have wanted something here from Emo. And no TP just yet. They're going to think about going to the door. Got the healing ward on the high ground, so let's see if that's going to be enough. The missile comes in as well as the Rocket Barrage. They'll get that kill there onto the rest. They'll look over now at the Abaddon and push off MJZ. So both heroes going down on the side of Thunder Predator. Good rotation from IG to at least get something back. They did lose that Gyro earlier over mid.
Pretty big mistake by Juggernaut. He saw them rotate in. He had enough time to TP out with the spin, but he just chose not to, perhaps felt a little bit too confident. He gets taken out pretty easily here. Unnecessary death. It happens to the best of us. Death Prophet, Cane Rune, bottled up, Exorcism off cooldown. We have seen last time what kind of damage this can do.
Dire just fortified.
Maybe IG this time wanting to dodge that fight.
Yeah, I think if you want Emo to kind of recover a little bit, he's going to need time, and you probably don't want to fight bringing all 5 over, which they did in the previous engagement, and it didn't work out with any
Jax
kills.
thinks
They ended up
Radiant's
ending,
bottom
they ended up
tower is
losing the
about to fall.
Gyrocopter instead. Oh, there's Spike missing, and that'll be a missed attempt from IG.
Would have been a free kill. He wasn't level 6
Dire
yet.
scanning for enemies.
Now though, he is level 6, so no opportunity to kill him
Dire's
anymore.
middle tower has fallen.
We'll have that borrowed time to work with. Moose on this Dark Willow. First phase ban was the Earth Spirit, so I'm
Dire's
wanting to
top
see
tower
what
has some
Moose is going to pull out
radiant-shaped problems.
with this Dark Willow. He seems to be disrupting quite a bunch of heroes in these fights so far. I mean, the Cursed Crown as well as the Bramble Maze, of course, caught Fly. So I've just been really impressed by his play so far. I want to see what he's got with the Dark Willow going further. I'm just saying, especially after yesterday, excited.
Tell you what he got. He got a perfect combo with the Mars. Mars ult plus Dark Willow ult, of course, one of the most old school combos. Well, ever since Mars was released, at least. Make them run to the edge of the arena.
Looking over at the Death Prophet. They're going after Leo's side. They've got the Aphotic Shield that's going to keep him alive. They'll go after Emo. They're looking for silence, but don't have 4 right clicks on him, so they'll rend it away. Bramble Maze plays down as well as the Cursed Crown onto Taka. They'll use the arena. They'll throw the spear, that first spike, into a complete wrong direction. It doesn't matter if he was dead or right.
Having a bad day.
Yeah, but
Radiant's
still,
bottom
it looked really
tower is
funny.
under
Like, to the left there, maybe he saw a ghost. Who knows?
If
Take
you're
him
looking
out
for
pretty
Radiant's
easily,
bottom
though.
tower, better hurry.
We got some screen tear, and it looked like the heroes were somewhere else. I don't know.
It's possible.
Jax
You never
thinks
know.
Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall.
Oda? I think it's officially
Dire's
out of
bottom
meta
tower
now, right?
is under attack. Dire
for most
just
things.
fortified.
I think I read some art. I'm not sure if it's actually or not. So I'm not gonna
Dire's
make
top
some
tower has some
more
radiant
business jokes here now. Is or not.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Maybe
under
save
attack.
the story, you know?
I'm
Dire's
always
top
down to be
tower
safe
is
and
under
sorry.
attack.
They're gonna go in, they're gonna use that record to go forward. Illusion Room trying to maybe turn this around. They've got the exorcism, but the damage is a major though. Take out Wheels on the back around, but it's not gonna be enough damage to take out anybody outside by. He just get the look over now at MJZ. Will pop the borrowed time. That's gonna be the IO getting out as they'll look to continue forward and find themselves Moose. They've got 2 kills, looking for a third. Borrowed time, already used on cooldown for another moving time. So when the homing missile hits, the light will end, and that's NJZ falling. 2 heroes dead on the side of Thunder Predator. IG doing a good job, and Kiki looking for a +1.
No, this aren't slowing him though. They have to be so careful to fight it. They didn't have Arena and DP. That's really the only way IG wins the fight. They bursted DP down before Abaddon shields him and heals him before he gets those Spirit Siphons off. They did a wonderful job relocating into the back line and again, perfect line finger as well.
Jax
So
thinks
much damage coming
bottom
through.
Tower is about to fall.
Pretty decisive victory here for IG.
Structures are fortified.
Yeah, that's their first real decisive victory, and you know, that's with them not having everything from the Jug just yet. He's finally got the Battle Fury. He's going to be building into more, so we'll see what he can get. And the Omni Slash didn't exactly feel strong enough, but I mean, it was bouncing around 5 heroes practically, so it's mitigated well by the side of IG.
It's really like most of the damage comes out from the Mars Arena plus Dark Willow combination at this point, and of course from the DP. They lost the DP right away. No way they can fight anymore. Potential set up top. Relocate is up now. Frank taking it out. Frank with the nose. El Fishy.
6 cents. Call down being used for those stacks.
From Radiant.
Where he can fly. Top the net worth now, and Emo is recovering. He's only 700 gold behind Leo style, so I wondered where he would recover, and it comes from that fight up towards top. He's been given some space, and I'm impressed with what he's got. You know, especially since his start just didn't feel that great.
Yeah, doing a really good job recovering here. I think he's gonna go for the Maelstrom first, yep. And took probably the BKB after that. Possibly Yules, both really good choices here. Of course, the Yules also protect you against the Omni Slash, so maybe his preferred choice this game. Fly farming way is Storm. He is pretty damn fat. Like, usually when we see this combination, they seem to struggle to get the foothold in the game. This time around, though, very well for themselves. Maybe that will restore my faith into the support IO. Probably not, but maybe.
Not a lot of faith. Oh, I sent it from you already, so it's got to be restored. We'll see if they can do that. But the game's even so far. I think that Thunder Predator has done a good job up to this point. We'll see if they can continue to try and stride. JT not able to get a kill there with the Rolling Thunder onto Moose, who will go into the Shadow Realm, Yugi's grandfather, and then back away.
It is so obnoxious to play against Pangolier on those walls. Because it feels like it never ends. Wong. He still keeps rolling, especially level 15 when the 3 seconds plus duration talent comes into play. It's just one of the most obnoxious heroes to play against in Dota. Absolutely hate Pangolier.
Radiant's top tower
Smoke
is under
used
attack.
by Thunder Predator. They were backing off and kind of giving that feel to IG that they are smoking up. They're going to find themselves an IO who will tether away, so that smoke gets broken. They're going to continue to chase. They're not finding anything, though, so a good smoke break there from Ollie. Well done, and, you know, perfect positioning, knowing that he could tether back. That really puts a wrench in the plans of Thunder Predator.
I know Yule's coming out here. As soon as the smoke breaks, you should be ready with the Yule because you're planning for a pickoff, right? But Kaka,
top tower has fallen.
or not Kaka, Ollie making it out with the skin of his teeth here. If the Yule comes out, he's dead. They have 2 Yule setups now. Mars has 1, DP has 1.
Dagger already for Kaka. That's going to help with his positioning, and he's really good on this line. I'd be surprised if he just ends up being a breaker in these fights.
He's though, as we always just see it. Either Shadow Shaman or Lion, one of the 2 heroes are always picked up by Chinese teams, it feels like. And just because of the single target disable they add. You can just burst priority targets so damn fast. They can't BKB, they can't dual scepter. Gonna be tough to survive.
Fly.
Wanna make use of that Link Dagger straight away. Finger also up.
Sure do.
Pangoli also back to full on.
They get the kill on Kaka as well. God, so quickly. It looked like it was going to go well end up recovering the fight, getting both supports on the side of Thunder Predator, but that is not what they expected. Going in with such an initiation like that. Look over now at Emo, gets speared, but avoids it.
How is that possible? I've never seen that before. He didn't got hit, he was flying away.
They're gonna go with one more.
JT going back in, and the Exorcism don't getting blown up by it. What is happening? How did he get out of his spear?
He got hit and then slided. Good earth spike, but the double silence comes in. They're going to continue forward. We'll be over Evo. Just once again, they got the headshot of Leo Cyrus has the 5 shield on him right on top of the line. They're trying to chase that Paco, which they should be successful in doing. The relocate is out, but leaving Emo. Another 2-man silence coming in once again. Don't get Paco just look over, maybe.
Maybe. But Frank the Tank, we all know the legends. Not want to go down easily. Also has the nose of a god. Got many things going for him.
Frank the Tank. Going streaking at the quad.
Gyrocopter, he pumped his BKB and he died in 1 second. So much damage coming out from the Exorcism, from the Omni Slash.
Dire with the scan.
Be really careful here. He needs to tank up a lot more if he wants to stand any chance of surviving here. He has so much damage from BKB, kind of.
Going to the Shadow Realm. First crown out. Get that terrorized out, but it's not going to be enough. And now the Jug trying to man-fight Emo, doing a good amount of damage. Spread that away, but not so lucky. Your timing's on the money. JT not having the game that we really expect from him, as he's been this anchor for IG so many times before.
His game is still pretty decent. He's quite farmed. Very close to his Blink Dagger, or even Lotus off if he chooses to go for that burst. Protect the Gyrocopter from the Omni Slash. And it's going to the Roche Pit. We've seen it so many times. Exorcism just absolutely destroys it.
Take a look at this replay and watch here, and before it hits the tree,
I don't know how that's
possible.
I've never seen that before.
Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall.
I have not a single time ever, never, could ever seen that before. Easy Roshan for the TP here,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
and TP as well. Omni Slash is ready. Got TP out. Moves up there, not in range. IO is the sacrificial lamb here.
They're going to look over, find Ollie. Crib Swarm pops the mech, trying to run at the hands of Leo's style. Excitement. And eventually he's going to fall. It does make a little bit of space. Does keep alive the gyro.
Rank already smoked up again. Yules.
Yeah, might clash over mid.
Be so careful here.
Over, and they've got the Hex that's out onto the Mars. They'll use the finger, but there's the Terrorize. He's going to clear back the Lion into the Bramble Maze. Rolling Thunder coming in, but is it going to be enough? Goes into the Shadow Realm, and Luke's going to be able to get onto Kaka. They've got Irina with the BKBB pop by Fly. We got the Lion, and Ollie's already out of the fight as he died over bottom. JT trying to swashbuckle away, but the Yules is out. Leo style on the JT. Shield crash right on top of Frank, who will use that God's Rebuke. They've got the Shadow Realm Strike as well as the Mist Coil coming in from MJZ to get the kill on the JT. They will take out a third, and Thunder Predator are starting their roll.
Dire's tower has some radiant-shaped problems.
Okay, head now. Juggernaut. Already Saint Joshua completed. First ultimate orb up as well. Halfway through his Scotty. He's farming up so damn fast. Suddenly that one team fight really helped him. Now 2k ahead of the Gyro, who was previously 1k ahead of him. TP
Dire's
going
top
into the
tower has
Lotus
some
orb himself.
radiant-shaped problems.
Interesting. Usually we just see that BKB.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Feeling himself a little bit here. Wants to get the Lion spells off, of course.
Thunder Predator are doing a good job again of squeezing the map. They got the tier 2 up towards top. This is where they found a lot of their success, and this is going to get difficult for IG, especially when you've got heroes that have that Battle Fury and have that potential to farm so well. So like, you're going to see Minos have a lot more room to farm the map than Wi-Fi is really going to have if they continue to get squeezed off this. I was going to say squozen. No, they're getting squeezed pretty tight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Getting squeezed pretty tight. Never feels good. I speak from experience here. But Marsh the pink bottom. Frank the Tank with the Blink Dagger now.
Bramble Maze.
Good BKB. BKB out. relocate though, they're gonna get a free IO here. Unless Emo can potentially be that tether target. But he has to be careful. Like, if he's not careful, he can die too here. He has no defensive item yet.
So much good on money right away. And that's the BKB just getting forced out on the gyro. They've got the Yules. They're back over mid. They're moving around the map so well. They found the gyro now mid. They were jumped over bottom. He popped the BKB. So that's just well. The Omni-Touch is going to bounce around and get the kill on the side while they're clicking the gyro. And it's still going over. JT goes into the Rolling Thunder. Needs to get out. And, well, Wi-Fi, you really don't want to buy back in this situation. You're going to lose this tier 3. I think you're losing racks.
Smell my speed, says Minos. After just tear the flight and they move home.
Wow. So quick into these racks, 24 minutes in. And meanwhile, Emo just got solo killed by Moose.
With Aqua solo kill? Yeah, but yeah. What? And they're going top. They're going straight top.
Trampled.
Gyrocopter up in 5. I don't think they can commit for this because the DP opens over. They should be retreating here. Hold it! Maybe they're just feeling themselves too much.
You say they have to retreat, but yeah, they feel themselves. They feel great, and they're still working with an Aegis. I don't really think they need to back off. They're gonna go Earth Spike, but the Blade Fury backing off for a second. Homing missile moving forward, and that's not gonna reach its target. Gets blown up before it can possibly hit.
Wow, man. Thunder Predator. They can go up 1-0 here on JT. Yule set up.
He's caught again. Yule's up in the air. They're going to land the spear. Nowhere to go. JT's game has been non-existent.
Where was he going? For the bounty runes, I assume. Now Kaka also going for the bounty. Oh, he doesn't even pick it up. He's like, okay, you take it. Sorry, man. Didn't want to start any beef. Now, IG, like, just no chance in the team fight. This is the biggest problem with this IO. It doesn't give you anything. He literally just keeps the carry alive for a little bit longer. No disable, no damage, no tankiness, no nothing really. That's why Tsunami and I are not IO haters.
You're not going to walk out on me.
Right?
Team of support IO. I would hope not. Oh God, Bramble Maze once again. Fly. Hurts Crown. And yeah, he's going to be forced to pop the BKB. He's trying to TP out. He's successful in doing so, but Ollie, that means he's caught out as they go into the middle ground and find him. They'll kill off Ollie. He's dead for 55 seconds.
It happened like 4 times already, like 3-4 times where he just BKB TPs or TPs out in time and IO is just standing, you know, behind, trying to save him. But there's nothing to be saved. Because he's out already.
That BKB for Fly has just been such a defensive mechanic for him. The one time he used it offensively was that fight over mid, and he was dead immediately. It didn't matter.
2.6k health now on the jug. The Baron there to heal him. Healing Ward to heal him. How did he kill this man? How did he kill Minos?
A lot of luck and perfect execution.
Getting the impale.
Spike
He almost lost 1% of his health.
100 more Earth Spikes, he may get him.
That's
going to be a fight with the loaded towards them. Getting on the top, and now they're going towards the red. Lane through Emo out of the BKB. Focuses his attention over onto Frank, who's onto the high ground and left alone. They'll get the kill onto the Mars. That's okay from IG, but it did cost Kaka the buyback.
It did. Like, I'm sure they're happy with this. Still, they got the top ranks. They didn't even have to use Exorcism, which is now level 3. Ollie again.
Terrorize, and they catch Ollie. They've got the Omni on the fly. He's there, and they will get this kill. Fly, and GG is called. 1-0 Thunder Predator. The Cinderella continues, and they are 1 game away from eliminating IG. Wonderful.
Not the Cinderella story anymore? Like, they just stopped
I don't know.
Tier 1 teams.
Yeah.
Yesterday,